Good morning. Today is Tuesday, January 31st, 2023. This morning, I'm contemplating perspective and potential, some P words in English. When I was in high school, I was in marching band, and I remember our band director, whose name was Mr. Monty Ashcraft, handed us one day a small strip of paper. He had printed these words and cut out a small print for each member of the band, and the words, it was a quote from a man named Richard Bach, I think. And the words were, "Argue for your limitations, and sure enough, they are yours." Argue for your limitations, and sure enough, they are yours. I think I have come back to this concept and this notion again and again over the course of my lifetime, and I've understood it in an escalation of my awareness, or in an increasingly heightened way. My hope today is that I share with you some ideas from the perspective where I currently stand on this. So maybe I'll say, what if some of the limitations that are inherited here, that we have inherited here, that we perceive, limitations of ourselves that we perceive, are not necessary or required? Yeah. So there are, and from my point of view, there are some structures of limitation in form, in this realm, in this reality where we are, where we live, that are replicated and made firm and solid through our continued attention to them. So it's a limitation because we perceive that it has been a limitation, and we continue to replicate the limitation. We accept it as absolute reality and fact, and it's not a limitation. Some of us perceive that they are not malleable to thought or consciousness. So we argue for our limitations, and so sure enough, they are ours. So what this implies is that there is an energetic field that is responsive to our consciousness and our awareness. We are beginning to be reminded of some ancient spiritual truths that refer to some of these ideas. And even science is beginning to perceive, in some ways, that there's energy about us that is not immediately perceptible with what we know, what most of us know our five senses to be. So what if there is this field of infinite potential? And you may even call it a matrix of potentials, where all intelligence and all ideas and all potentials are. And then we, as perceptual mechanisms, as conscious awareness, create patterns of expression through and among this matrix of potential energy. So the field responds to our consciousness and our awareness and our perception. So if we perceive that men can't fly, for example, the field, the energetic field, responds and gives us, validates our claim. The energetic field receives the perceptions that we offer and gives us what we have claimed. That's just a simple example, the idea of a human being in flight, but it helps to tell the story. So when human beings, either in a powerful individual way or as a collective, begin to make claims outside of what we have perceived was possible in the past, we no longer are replicating the past limitations. And then the field may respond to us in a different way. When your perception shifts, there's more potential. Things that we perceived were not possible yesterday will be a reality in our experience tomorrow. Is this not profound, or is it profound? Do you operate in your daily experience from this platform of awareness? Do I? Not always, but sometimes I do. What would that mean for our species if more and more of us started to operate with an awareness of this paradigm? I believe I'll leave it right there for today. Thank you, as always, for joining me and for being a part of my expression of my energy and thoughts and ideas, and for giving me the opportunity to share on this platform. I will look forward to connecting with you again tomorrow, the first day of February. Okay, thank you. Talk to you then.